Wait a moment. This isn't a furry visual novel.
Hey guys and gals, Neighbor here from Drakewing Gaming, and SW on Twitter, the Gaming Dragon. Today I'm coming back at you another Let's Play episode of Echo Route 65. Alright, y'all, let's go ahead and jump right back into it, shall we? Alarm chain, you were up, and let's go. Alright, mangas. I don't actually know if she reads yaoi stuff or not. That's that anime porn with the Twinkie triangle types, right? I nearly choked trying to contain my laughter. Are you familiar with it, Leo? Yeah, of course I'm familiar with it. Got a whole bunch of files of that sort of stuff saved in my sample music folder on my PC. Nobody ever looks in there. Glancing over, I see that Leo seems genuinely happy now. I mean, a bit sweaty, fidgety, and blood-spattered, but so am I. I'm trying not to ruin it. I exhale and refocus, shifting my attention to the big old wolf currently holding my hand and looking at me expectantly. Don't ever get too comfortable with that sort of thing. I did now. Everything's fucked for me in the eyes of the folks. Man, your mom is the nicest lady. I can't imagine her kicking you out or anything. I'm not worried about that. God, getting kicked out almost sounds preferable having to face them every day with them having seen me like that. Imagine if your parents found your yaoi folder and how they'd see you from then on. Well, they shouldn't have been going through my shit in the first place. I think my ma already knows about me being gay, though. What? She kept asking me if I liked Jasmine, yeah? It was annoying me and I just up and said she wasn't my type. Mama kept prodding with me like, why, Leonardo? She has a Why, she sounds Italian. Why, Leonardo? She is a smart one and she has cared for you in your time of need on countless occasions. I try to restrain a snicker at Leo's impression of his mother, the accented high-pitched cadence rather right on the nose. Leo hears my suppressed titters, looking down at me with a feigned scowl before hip-bumping me. I nearly go careening off the side of the bike lane into the sagebrush-filled side basin, but he yanks me back by my paw he's holding. I try to imagine Leo and Jasmine together. Makes sense, I guess, but it is a bit weird to think about. Puberty in general has made things so much different. She went on, asking what exactly my type was. I think I was frustrated or something at the time, and like after a bad practice session, I said, not girls. My eyes widened, picturing the confrontation in my mind. Jeez, what happened next? I regretted saying it. My mom could see that plain enough on my mug, yeah? She just clicked her tongue and told me to let her know when I felt like talking more about that. I'm assuming you haven't really followed up on her offer. No, Chase, I have not. There was a silence between us, mostly because I'm trying to think of a response that isn't, well, I have it worse. Before I can speak, we approach what looks like a short dirt driveway that leads up to a shack of some sort. Leo stops and points toward it. Let's cut through here and head to my house through the rail yard. I don't want to deal with Jeremy right now in case he's awake and outside his house. I sincerely doubt that Jeremy and Clint would be out and about being dicks this early on a Saturday, but I don't argue and follow along. Upon closer inspection, it looks like one of those roadside dive bars you see a lot on the reservations. This one boarded up fairly recently. The Joshua trees and the old-timey pickup truck give it an out-of-place feeling. As far as I know, Joshua trees aren't native to this area. Huh, never heard about this place before. I have. It was open for a little while a year or so ago. Yeah, it would have been the first new business I've heard of around here since I was like 7, I think. Like I said, it didn't last long. Heard from Charlie that the owner got busted for some fucked up shit that Officer Mall Cop found in the back room. Christ. I mean, this is from Charlie, so I wouldn't believe all of it. Like, what specifically? Leo shrugs, a light frown on his muzzle. I don't know. He wouldn't tell me. We continue moving, Leo kicking an errant bean can along in front of us as we walk. Can't believe Charlie's still alive. Turns out absurd amounts of meth is a secret to a long lifespan. Not if I find out you've been taking it, Otter. I'll shorten your fucking lifespan real quick. He smirks at me and I roll my eyes, glancing back at the side of the abandoned bars we pass. Keith and Brian's Booze Bastion. Jesus. Ooh, pretty. The sun is now high enough in the sky that I occasionally have to shield my eyes from it as we head due east. I haven't responded to TJ's text, but I think he'll understand. Right now I'm trying to bounce upon one of the rails of the train tracks, whilst Leo does the same on the other side. It is made a bit more difficult by the fact that we're still holding hands, each titter from him yanking me along as well, and vice versa. Despite being, as he puts it, a lump of stones covered in fur, he has a lot more poise than yours truly. I think my tail might be a bit too thick for balance and agility. It's more suited for aquatic usage. That just reminds me how much I could use a swim right now, or at least a bath. I feel like a dusty skeever, and I must be smelling musky as all hell at this point. I'm a mess, and I'm a mess in front of Leo, who just keeps looking better and better the brighter it gets. I'm worried that he's going to take one long look at me any moment now and realize he's made a mistake. Hey. I glance over tentatively, increasingly conscious of how clammy my paw pads are in Leo's grasp. I know we kinda glossed over it earlier, but how do you think the others are actually going to respond to, all this? I nearly fall off the rail, catching myself with one foot on the ground. Technically it's cheating, but this isn't really a competition. Ugh, what do you mean, all this? He clicks his tongue against the roof of his mouth just like his mom does. I still don't know what exactly that means. Estupido. My gaze falls and I feel my shoulders slump. Leo looks over, his expression turning apologetic, and I can feel his thumb rub the side of my paw. God, sorry, I know we're both tired as shit. Honest though, if I was in bed right now, I wouldn't be able to sleep leaving it all like this. So I guess I just gotta come out and say it all plain like for you, Otter. You're my boyfriend now, right? Yeah, that is, quite the assumption. Yo, man, if someone just fucking said that to me, I would have some serious reservations. I blink at hearing the words out loud, though when the moment comes, I don't even hesitate. Okay. Alright then, he's into it. You're my boyfriend, Leo. His pace on the track slows and eventually stops outright. He turns, facing me. We stand in the midst of the abandoned passenger carriers, the plants around us mostly dead or dormant for the autumn. I can't help but have this feeling that we clash with our surroundings, alive and new and something dead and decaying. I'm reminded of a word I studied for a Southwestern literature elective I took. The quaz. It comes to me, as if recited on a recorder in my brain. A short paragraph which I labored to memorize the night before my presentation. Quaz, a noun, both singular and plural, referring to anything strange, incongruous, or peculiar. At its heart is the unknown, the mysterious. It rhymes with Oz. To a traveler, it's often the highest quasitum. For me, everything, whether object, person, or event, when seen clearly in the depths of its existence, and its quiddity, is quaz. And every road, every alley, and all to your parlor, the course of a creek, the track of a comet, all are a route to quaz for any traveler. Any queryist willing to question, to go in quest, to ask the cosmic question of the medieval church drama. Quim quiritus? Whom do you seek, O pilgrim? William Least Heat Moon? Let's be happy, yeah? Moisture wells within his rusted eyes, and I recall the last time I saw Leo cry. It was after what happened at the lake. It was our first day back to school, and he gathered all of our group together. He started out fine, managing simple English and explaining how he promised he was going to protect us all from now on. And then he just kept saying, "I'm sorry," over and over and over again. Jasmine was the first to step up and hug him, then Carl, then TJ, then me. Finally, Flynn. We held each other outside the road and sobbed. Flynn kept yelling something and seemed more incensed than mourning, but I wasn't listening to his words. Leo bawled until he was hiccuping, wrought with himself. We all did. Eventually, a passerby called one of our parents and we were picked up one by one. The funeral had happened the week before, and our parents thought we were ready to reintegrate, that things were better. Never felt like things got better. But Leo was always there, keeping his promise. Now my eyes brim with tears. I think it might be in part due to our lack of sleep, but I can't hold back. We stare at each other, Leo laughing and wiping his eyes with his palms. Heh, heh. You always suck in your cheeks when you're trying not to cry. He reaches up, ruffling my head fur as he does so commonly. I sniff, trying to manage a challenging look, Leo looking blurry in my vision. I let go of his paw, taking him by the front of the shirt and pulling him down to my height. I shut my eyes tight and kiss him, my arms trembling as I do so. Large arms envelop me, his grasp first on my waist, but then upon my face as he holds onto my tear-matted cheeks. Second, y'all. Water time. Alright, guys and gals, we are back. Let's jump right back into it, shall we? Okay. I realize I have no idea what I'm doing with regard to kissing, and I feel like a fool mushing my face against his. But Leo doesn't laugh. The kiss is over rather quickly, but I embrace him as soon as our muzzles part. I feel his head rub into mine, a neediness to his demeanor which I share. We continue to stand each on our own rail, keeping equilibrium, balance at the center. This makes the hug sort of awkward in structure. It actually reminds me a lot of church pamphlets TJ had that describe the proper way to hug someone of the opposite sex. Backs hunched forward, arms around the upper torso, pelvises at least a foot apart from one another. At least we were all good in the eyes of the Lord so far. Feels like several minutes pass, Leo occasionally squeezing me tighter, rubbing his paws across my back. I do the same. The position starts to feel a bit sore, especially with my recent battering, and I pull back. Leo seems to have been caught unawares, waving his arms as he tries to find his balance again. He stumbles and falls off, his rump hitting the sandy gravel beside the track. Oh shit, Leo, you okay, man? I hop down, but in my haste, my foot catches and I topple over onto the big wolf's chest. Adding injury to injury? Leo just chuckles, rewrapping his arms around my midsection. We meet eye to eye. Clumsy otter. I sigh with relief and kiss him again. Briefly, as I'm aware I haven't brushed my teeth in 24 hours as well. He strokes his fingers through my head fur, careful to avoid the bump on the back of my head, before releasing me. I stand, offering a paw to him. He takes it, though, just for show, really. He seems to have no problem standing up on his own now. So, before I was rudely interrupted, I asked you how you thought the others would take us, now that we're a couple. We start walking again, this time with Leo leading. He seems to take fancy with an old rusted crane, the wolf bounding up the steep ladder and clambering over it like he's 10 again. So I think that Jasmine will probably dig it. Flynn will taunt us relentlessly but harmlessly. TJ will probably be confused but ultimately happy for us, and Carl will probably be bewildered as all hell and awkward about it. Leo reaches the top of the crane steps. He peeks over the metal to beckon me. Really? In my head, I imagine when I tell Carl I'm queer and stuff, he'll just say, "That's gay," then continue playing his handheld without caring. Nah, he cares, I think. Also, I don't want tetanus. I'm good down here. He nods, making his way back down, his chipper gait an utterly foreign sight as he beams at me. He's slap-happy hyper. What about your parents? Oh, Jesus. One day they catch me with gay porn, the next I have a big-ass Hispanic wolf boyfriend. You don't know, man. I want to tell mine about you. They'd be happy for me, I guarantee you, yeah? My eyes drift down to my pocket, the weight of my phone still resting against my thigh. I still have a voicemail from yesterday that they have sent me. I haven't listened to it. I see some of his excited demeanor diminish to his usual, more concerned expression. Alright. Leo heads over beside me and we continue walking. Chase, whatever they say, you've still got me. He approaches me and stops, his fingertips tapping his hips as he thinks of what to say. You still got all of us in the group, man. If shit got real bad, you could stay with us for a bit. Jasmine does it all the time. Pa and Mama are used to having a house filled with kids, but since most of my siblings moved out, it's just me. TJ's parents would never turn you away, either. And Carl, well, God knows that he has enough damn rooms that go unused. His parents are barely over there. You could be like that one movie with the boy who lived in the walls of the house, making spooky noises at night and eating their gorgonzola. I let out a small chuckle. I remember how Carl used to be really afraid of ghosts a few years ago. I got to hang out with him and play video games as a coping mechanism excuse. Still, now that I have my phone in my hand, I still have that same twisting dread within my gut. It's like everything is changing and my head is spinning. And folks will never see me the same again. They won't, because you're almost a fucking adult, Chase. The curtness of Leo's tone has me look up from my phone and back to him. Esta Yuka, people grow up. You have, and really handsomely, I gotta say. Yeah? Look off to the side. The flattery is making my neck warm and my cheeks flush. Despite everything, I still can't believe it's Leo that is saying all this to me. The thing is, your parents are gonna love you no matter what. They're good like that. I know it. I bet my neck. He grasps his throat, looking down at me with bloodshot eyes and a smile. Other shitpals around here are the ones I'm gonna have to worry about, because no way I'm hiding that I have Chase the Otter as my boyfriend. And trust me. He raises up his large fist in front of me, showing the crimson which still stains his knuckle fur. They try anything or harass you for it? I'll make sure they know the consequences. I shift my focus from Leo's fist to his wild gaze. Man, you need some sleep. Leo blinks and brings his fist back to rub the back of his neck. Yeah, fuck yeah, I do. He sniffs, rolling his shoulders some before looking back to the phone in my hand. Alright, let's listen to this voicemail, huh? He looks off to the side, sort of muttering embarrassedly under his breath. Double jump that sucker and whatnot. It's so cringy, but I feel like I want to kiss him again. I smile wryly at Leo. He just huffs. A fair warning, though. You're still probably grounded as hell. I snark, my chest feeling tight, my mouth dry. Oh yeah, I know that. I get yelled at if I don't call my parents back within 5 minutes anyway. I'll miss you while I'm in lockup, though. Leo grins lopsidedly, less wild now. I'll see if I can arrange a conjugal visit or something. I take a deep breath, navigating to the voicemail inbox section. Ready? I can see Leo's family home in the distance now. Some smoke rising up from the backyard. Must be grilling something. Like, no. Ready. I press play. Oh, that was it? Damn, that was short. And the rest is history. Yeah, good timing. We just went past the 15-minute mark. Ah, that was so good, y'all. Ah, I wish it was longer. Oh, I wish we could have seen Younger Jazz. That would have been so cool. Yo, man, the Echo series is so damn good. Oh, what should I hop into next, y'all? I think Arches? Is that the next one? Yeah, I think it's Arches. Hop, skip, and chew toys. Man, we've been playing the Echo series for a while. Holy shit, we've been playing Echo for a long time, y'all. Still got more Echo-related content to get through, too, y'all. Hey, it ain't going anywhere anytime soon. The Blarginator. But yeah, additional information, new developments, yeah, fuck yeah. That's funny. Tumblr still is a thing. Nope. What do we got? Patent list admin direct message. If a man has sexual relations with a man as one does a woman, both of them have done what is detestable. Oh. They're both to be put to death. Their blood will be their own. Oh, dear. So, yeah. Alright, then. Oof. Wonderful. Alright, y'all. Thank y'all so much for watching. This has been Echo Route 65. Is there really any other thing to get through? Because I heard that if you do the other little, or if you do the little, who to call, if you change who to call, it just changes, like, a little bit of dialogue, and that's it. So, anyway. Thank y'all so much for watching. Don't forget to like, comment, subscribe, ring that notification bell, and check out our Patreon if you can. It always helps. Before I go, I'm going to give a quick shout out to our lovely bronze tier patrons. Thank y'all for all you do for the channel. We greatly appreciate the support. Thank you to our silver tier patron, Cade Silvermoon. Thank you for going a bit above and beyond. It's greatly appreciated. Thank you to our gold tier patron, Tresem Guy. You're awesome. We love you. Thank you for subbing to your ultimate tier. Anyway, if y'all want to get your names in the credits, get access to all of our not safe for work content as little as $5. Alrighty, I love you all, and I'll see you on the next video. Bye-bye.